Amarone, Amarone, Amarone. Why am I pronouncing Amarone so many times? Well, it's because in wine news this week, the so-called father of Amarone, Giuseppe Quintarelli, has died. And as it says here, he's recognised as being the father of Amarone. Basically, he was the main man who pushed Amarone forward as a wine and has made it as popular as it is today. I don't know how many people have drank Amarone before. Its full name is Amarone della Valpolicella. It's a big boy. It's a wine that needs to be taken fairly seriously because it's a whopping 16% and it is very, very rich and dark. To explain a little bit more about Amarone, you need to know how wine is made in the first place, or red wine more specifically. And I'm just going to talk you through very quickly. What you do first of all is you stick in the grapes at the top and we put them in the crusher. The crusher then squeezes the grape juice and the skins into here, which is the fermentation tank. And what happens here is that the skins and the juice are sort of mixed together along with yeast, which converts the natural sugars in the grapes into alcohol. And then the combination of the grape skins and the juice together produces the red colour in wine, and the longer you leave it, the more colour is extracted. You then send them up here into the press, so you've got a combination of skins and juice, and this separates the skins from the juice, so all the skins will be left up here and all the juice will run down here. At this point you'll then go through another process of either sieving the wine or fining the wine to take out the very, very small fragments of grape skin that are still left after pressing, and then they'll go in here potentially in the barrels if they're barrel aged, or if not they'll go straight to bottling. And that's red wine, nice and straightforward. But Amarone goes one step further. Before it actually gets into the top here, what happens is that the red grapes are put onto these mats, as you can see, and they're put in these mats in a very warm room for around about 3 to 4 months. And what happens over that period of time is they're dried and dry and dry and dry, and they shrink to this here. So as you can see, they've all been dried and the actual water content is reduced considerably. So instead of putting normal grapes into here, we've got these dried grapes, and because there's less water and more intense natural sugars, you tend to get a lot more alcohol in the wine, and you tend to get a very dark, rich wine. And hey presto, why you've got 16% volume. They tend to be wines that are very, very dark and rich, as I'd said before. They also tend to be pretty raisiny, so if you like a nice raisiny taste to it. But they are still pretty dry, so they're not like a sweet wine. They still are dry, but they're very intense wines. Good with stews and good after a meal, but because they're 16%, best not to drink 2 or 3 bottles of it. So I hope that's explained Amarone, and I hope you come in sometime to try it. Cheers.